On October 7th, 2023, Hamas terrorists destroyed the border fence to Israel. Around 3,000 fighters are penetrating the country by land, sea, and air. The terrorists are shooting indiscriminately at passers-by. They are looting, murdering, and raping. In 22 localities near Rome, a music festival is currently taking place. The terrorists stormed the area and opened fire into the crowd. They murdered 364 festival goers. Many were tortured and raped beforehand. The New York Times conducted extensive research on sexual violence against women. Witnesses later reported finding the bodies of women and girls with spread legs, torn clothing, and clear signs of abuse in the genital area. Videos show 2 dead Israeli soldiers who were apparently shot directly in the vagina. A photo shows a woman's corpse with 2,000 nails hammered into her thighs and groin area. A festival attendee reports that she hid under a tree and covered herself with grass because she was shot in the back. She saw a woman's pants being pulled down to her knees. A man was standing behind her, raping her. Every time she had stepped back, he had stabbed her in the back with a knife. Another woman, according to the witness, was raped by a terrorist, while another man cut off her breasts with a box cutter. In Be'eri and Quasar, the bodies of women and girls were found in 6 houses. They were naked, mutilated, and bound. On this day, people are being murdered. Among them are 695 civilians, including 6 and 30 youths and children. A first responder testifies before the Knesset that he saw 3 severed skulls of dead children. 75 years ago, George Orwell's novel 1984 was published. Most people today associate the title with the surveillance state, with Big Brother is watching you. But another idea from the novel goes further. In the novel, the Ministry of Truth alters the language of the people, and thereby the truth. This ministry was a massive, pyramid-like, shimmering white concrete building that rose terraced 300 meters into the air. From the spot where Winston stood, he could just make out the 3 slogans of the party carved in beautiful letters into its white front. War is peace. Freedom is slavery. Ignorance is strength. The opposite of the truth is believed. When it is asserted often enough, the past can be changed. Facts mean nothing. George Orwell was right. At first, they were just silly conspiracy theories. The moon landing was supposedly staged by Stanley Kubrick on behalf of the US government. The world would be ruled by reptilians who disguise themselves as humans, such as Barack Obama, the Queen, or Angela Merkel. The Earth is a flat disk. Paul McCartney has been dead for a long time. Walt Disney is just frozen, and Elvis is still alive. Then it got more serious. The terrorist attacks on September 11, 2001, on the World Trade Center in New York were allegedly carried out by the US government itself. The population was secretly implanted with microchips through the COVID vaccine. Global elites would control immigration flows. Putin claims that Ukraine is a state infiltrated by Nazis who want to commit genocide against their own population, and Donald Trump still proclaims that he won the election. Social media is more powerful than any truth ministry could ever be. With the click of a button, victims are turned into perpetrators and perpetrators into victims. Truth is only an opinion today, and one is certainly allowed to have a different opinion. Reality seems to no longer exist, even in the face of the most terrible crimes. Regarding the massacres on October 7, 2023 in Israel, there are witness statements, videos, including those from the seized body cameras of the terrorists, and countless photos of the murders, tortures, and rapes. Nevertheless, over 90% of Palestinians in the Gaza Strip and the West Bank believe that Hamas has not committed atrocities in Israel. Twitter, TikTok, and Telegram are flooded with terror propaganda, misinformation, and anti-Semitism. And on the Sonnenallee in Berlin, the Palestinian network Samidun celebrates the attack by Hamas on the evening of October 7th. Pastries are being given away to passers-by. In London, Stockholm, Barcelona, Washington, New York, Chicago, Sydney, and other cities, people are celebrating the terrorist attack on Israel. Just 2 weeks after the murders, demonstrators are taking to the streets in London in support of the Palestinians. On October 7, 2023, the terrorists took 251 hostages in Israel. Today, according to the Haaretz newspaper, 66 people are still in the hands of Hamas. 35 of the kidnapped have already been declared dead. The latest hostage is a baby. The boy was 8.5 months old when he was kidnapped. In Orwell's 1984, it is said that if you want to imagine the future, picture a boot stamping on a human face forever. These boots are today's social media.